Somebody asked me recently, they said, cell phones, don't they seem like fallen angel technology? And I love that idea, I love that expression. I like Robert Wilson's angel tech concept. I think there's two ways to think of that. One is technology that an advanced civilization might possess, but also techne, as he describes it, the art of being light. We've talked previously about how AI is going to turn into optical circuits. But maybe before then, we're going to see advanced Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate type technology on our planet. And I think we're already witnessing that. You're probably watching this, or no doubt you're watching this, on a device that is nearly in that category. It contains billions of transistors. And the transistor was developed in 1948, but most people haven't heard of it. And more so, most people really haven't thought about what it means. There's a little bit of hype in the newspapers when they were developed, but then these things kind of go quiet. And it makes me think of this idea of a breakaway civilization. That technology kind of gets off on its own. And that a very small number of people are actually involved in how you create and distribute and control these kinds of technologies. That for the vast majority of us, it seems like angel tech. It seems like alien tech. It seems like something that came from the future or from very far away. And it's hard to understand how and why we have these things in our hands. And it seems like we don't really own them. I can imagine that you could own a horse in the sense that you could care for it, you could breed them, you could get more of them, and that a few generations later, if you had horses in your family, you could pass on to your kids and your grandkids the knowledge of how to care for them, animal husbandry, how to get them to the next generation. But that doesn't seem the case with technology. If you own a cell phone, or a laptop, or a VR headset, doesn't mean your kids are gonna. They can go out and buy one. They could go get a job and earn the money and go buy a new one. But you can't replicate it. You can't use it to make more of them. So it seems you don't own it in the terms of the means of production, so to speak. You're not in control of it. You're renting them, leasing them at best. And I think that's concerning. We need stable technology, right? In both senses of the word. Technology that we have our hands on. That we can see how it operates, we can understand it, and we can build it. I think the Amish have a good idea on this front. And a lot of people think they're opposed to technology, but really they just adopt technology on a delayed time scale. They wait on the order of about 30, 40, 50 years before they bring it into their cultural circle. There's Amish now that are adopting landline phones. There's some that have electric bicycles. And there's some that even have 80s era computers. The Amish are very industrious and they run a lot of small businesses. And it's very easy. It's much easier to run a small business if you have accounting software. Doesn't mean you need Doesn't even mean that you need email. But your the ability to calculate receipts and billing and that sort of thing, invoices. This is tremendously useful if you have even early 80s era spreadsheet technology. So maybe we should take example from that. That when we think of things like Neuralink or even ChatGPT or tablets in the hands of toddlers, maybe they're not inherently bad ideas, but maybe we should give them a 30-year lag to try to understand how it's going to impact your family, your culture, your nation, your livelihood, and maybe most importantly, your mental well-being. I want to know what you think of technology. Should we be more like the Amish? Should we be more like the transhumanists? Should we be somewhere in the middle? Let me know where you stand. I'd love to hear about it.